Alright, so at the left position here, as the orange Theron, we do have IFU's Marwin. And at the bottom position is the white Protoss. We have the lovely, and oh my god, what's going on? We have the lovely NW Bonyth. So as you can see on the scoreboard, IFU will be starting out with a 1-0 lead, thanks to the no-show. But, I mean, I'd say Bonyth is probably favored in any PvT against a foreigner, to be honest. It's pretty, like, Marwin is a fantastic player, obviously, but, you know, I'd say any PvT is good for Bonyth. Alright. This dude says you should cast Kick's replay from last night, where he went for an epic TVP base trade. Huh. Koget did an epic TVP base trade yesterday as well, actually. Pretty interesting. Man, I had an epic game against Cadenzi like 2 days ago, I think it was. We played like a 45-minute PvZ on Fighting Spirit, and it pretty much got like all mined out. It was insane. Fun times. Anyway. I don't know what you guys are talking about with like AI robot lady. What even is that? Whatevs. So going kind of chill cast mode today. I feel like all my Gambit Cup streams are kind of more chill mode. I do enjoy it though. I do love solo casting. Because, you know, I don't have to listen to anybody. Just say whatever I want. Talk about robot AI girls. Feel me? So, looks like Marwin gonna go for the El Clasico 14cc. It's a pretty good strat. Pretty good strat, especially if the Protoss elects not to scout at all. Interesting. I mean, presumably Bonyth's gonna do his standard Reavers into whatchamacallit, carriers. Just gonna have a quick look at the map right here. Is this a good map for carriers? So, I mean, there's like a good amount of watery bits around the middle. There's no high ground anywhere. It's like a completely flat map, but there are like little walls and things, and there's like a little thing behind the natural here. I mean, it's not bad. I wouldn't say it's, well, I don't know, because there's a lot of these like choke points as well. Maybe it's an okay carrier map, to be honest. It's not terrible. But you just don't have any, it's difficult to abuse like the vision thing with high ground. Although once you get to the like late game in TVP, it doesn't really matter because Terran's just going to keep scanning you if you're on the high ground. Alright, so the SCV actually scouts Bonyth first here. Bonyth's probe has gone the wrong way. Bonyth has just basically done a blind one-gate expand, it seems. And that's going to mean he's in pretty rough shape against a 14cc unless he can do some damage with his Reaver. He still has no idea what's going on, so he can't even do any kind of like proxy yet, because he just doesn't know. He just has to assume that it's a normal factory first opening from the Terran player. Interestingly, this SCV is just chilling here. I think he's just hiding here from a Dragoon. So it's very likely the first Dragoon will come out and look for this SCV. And it's very common for the SCV to be hiding at a third base, especially on maps like Fighting Spirit. Sometimes they'll hide at the other side base, near your natural. But it looks like the Dragoon's actually not gonna go hunting for him. He's actually gonna go straight over to look at what's going on in the Terran base. Now, when the Goon gets here, I don't think he can actually tell this is a 14cc, because technically I think this could also be a 1-Rax expand. Like, I don't think you can tell the difference between 1-Rax expand and 14cc in this case. Please do correct me if I'm wrong, chat. Although, you know, I'm pretty sure you guys would anyway, even if I didn't say that. Maybe I should instead try saying, please don't correct me if I'm wrong, and just go with it, you know? Anyway. It's like scouting SCV is gonna get killed. Doesn't really see anything interesting. I mean, you know, 2 gates, Goon range. I guess he sees there's no robo yet, which would make him happy. Siege mode on the way. Alright, so if you look at the minimap, we can see you got a Goon rally. 3 Dragoons inbound. But the siege tank should be in plenty of time here. Now we do see the robo. but it's not super fast, and it could just be for obs. I mean, Bonyth likes his Reavers. I think Reavers are pretty good in PvT, especially nowadays. They seem to be the go-to unit. And probably need another SCV on this bad boy. And probably one more now, with the 4th Dragoon coming out. It's gonna be a little bit close. Yeah, there we go. Now we should be fine. Ooh, look at Marwin trying to do the cute little trick here where you basically unload a Marine, the Dragoons on hold position attack the Marine, and then you reload it and the Dragoons miss their shots. It's kind of like the Boxer dropship micro, like the tank dropship versus Dragoon micro. It's quite funny because I've seen foreigners do this every now and then, and it's kind of like it hasn't really done that much. But the other day I watched Scan do it against the Protoss on his stream, and it was the most amazing thing I'd ever seen. Scan was so good at this like unload load micro. He forced the Protoss to miss like 8 shots or something. It was insane. He didn't even lose the Marine. It was actually so crazy how he did it. Anyway, the Dragoons come in here, but obviously the first tank is out. Nice positioning on the siege tank. You don't want it too close to the bunker so the goons can't just like run up and kill it. If the goons did try and run in here, the SCVs can. Actually, this is quite a nice positioning, by the way. I didn't realize this before, but look how close the mineral line here is to this gap. So as soon as you see the goons trying to run in, you can instantly pull the SCVs and block, which is a little bit harder on some other maps where there's like a larger distance. Anyway, we have the support bay, as expected, from Bonyth, as well as the 3rd base going up here. I am suspicious, or slightly concerned about whether that's actually Vulture tight. I suspect it's not. Yeah. Whoops. But fortunately for Bonyth, he does have dudes in the way. He's microing back a little bit against the mines. Oh, he actually didn't clear out the last Vulture. But he should have his Observer out soon. Where's the Shuttle and Reaver? Okay, it's still not out yet. Slightly scared that I missed it. Do we have any anti-Reaver defense? We have the Engineering Bay. So he's got a turret going up in the main. No turret at the natural yet. This obviously is the vulnerable area, right? Did that Vulture die? Except the Vulture actually just left. I don't know if even this is Vulture tight. Presumably it is, because that would be really dumb if Vultures could still go through here. But I don't know, man. Maybe they can. Hey, what's up, Blair Music? Alright, so here we go. Reaver drop incoming. Let's check out that Bonyth micro. Oh, that's nice. Oh, baby. Notice how he targeted the SCVs back there? He didn't just shoot the turret. That way he would get all 3. Oh, man, that's some good stuff. Alright, here we go. He's going to look for the SCV stack. He can potentially kill a siege tank or 2 here if he drops the Zealots first. Is he going to go for the SCVs? Looks like we have the Marines unloading here to try and take down the shuttle. They are the only anti-air. They will die to 1 Reaver hit, though, so he's got to be slightly careful. Although this turret is about to finish. He could actually get caught here between 2 turrets. Uh-oh, looks like Bonyth finding himself in a slightly awkward position, losing the shuttle, and is going to lose the Reaver, but how much can he get? Only 1 shot goes off, so he's only get the 1 siege tank. It's actually really nice by Marwin, the placement on these turrets, kind of baiting Bonyth up here. That right side turret is really cool, actually. That was a really good move to build that extra one over there. In the meantime, a lot of idle probes here, a little bit too busy micro in his thing. What was that? Okay, I think they just killed this thing. Wow, still idle probes here. I wonder what he's looking at. Of course, this is a replay, so I can't see what his camera's looking at. Okay, he's finally found it. But yeah, that was, I mean, it was pretty good. He got like 6 SCVs on the first run through, and then he got a siege tank afterwards, so it's not the worst exchange in the world, but it does leave him vulnerable to this, though. Because the other, aside from doing some harassment and damage, the other purpose of the Reaver is actually to protect your greedy double expand in PvT here, basically, and to stop the kind of standard 2-base push here. I mean, it's basically, it's actually a 6-fact, okay. Okay, I don't want to say standard anymore, although 6-fact does seem to be becoming more and more popular nowadays. I mean, Terra was doing it like every TVP, but it seems more Terrans are doing it now. And this is a great punish for somebody who takes a super fast 3rd in this matchup. Let me just get a quick count. 1, 2, 3. Looks like 7 gateways against 6 factories. It's not quite enough for the Protoss, but if he is making another Reaver, that will help significantly. It's actually going to primarily come down to the Reaver and Shuttle, I think. Well, plus the Zealots that are in the Shuttle as well, if you can get any good Zealot bombs on those siege tanks. Alright, looks like the Dragoons just trying to keep the Vultures back, buy as much time as possible, force Marwin to just slowly crawl, and siege as often as possible. Ooh, that Zealot could have actually just pulled all the mines back there. Fortunately, Bonyth did see in time. He's got Dragoons on the flank. They're actually walled out of their own base. They will come in from the flank. I'm going to zoom out a little bit because it looks like Bonyth is going to commit. The Goons on the top side, though, aren't committing. He's going in with only half his army. Now the Goons are coming in. Reaver's going out. How much damage can he do? Great Scarab there on the 2 siege tanks. Another pretty good Scarab. The Reaver is still alive here. All the Zealots are dead. Dragoons coming in from the top side. I don't know if he can actually continue this. No, he is going to pull back, but he has cleaned out all of the Vultures. He's cleaned out a good number of siege tanks. It's still quite close, and look at this. Bonyth actually pulling ahead in supply. Look at the rally from the 7 gateways. He actually had more gateways finished. He's got 8, almost 10 gateways finished now. And Marwin seems to be pretty committed to this attack. I don't see any SCV going out to take his 3rd base. Looks like we might have some mine drags here. Oh, does bomb down one of the tanks, and he's gonna bomb down a 2nd, but it looks like, no, the Reaver actually doesn't die. He now comes in with the Dragoons. He's gonna blow up everything, but that's fine in this case. Even exchanges like that are great because Bonyth has the 3rd base, but unfortunately for him, now his probes are stuck and the Dragoons are walled out of that side. He's gonna lose a lot of these probes here. Can he bring the Reaver into support? He is going to do that, but I think he's just gonna lose most of these probes. You can see the Vultures even gonna try and kill the Reaver. They are, in fact, even gonna kill the Reaver. These Vultures, MVPs of this game. Oh man, that is actually... that went from being pretty decent. Oh, Bonyth actually rescued the probes in the shuttle. That's pretty cool. Oh wow, that's actually pretty sick. You know, is there anything else interesting happening? Not really. He's getting an academy now. But I don't think there's any, like, cloaky dudes coming out from Bonyth's base. No, he's just massing up pure Zealot to Zealot Dragoon off of 10 gateways. Nice mine there for Marwin. It looks like the Dragoons actually killed their own pylon in order to come back and support their buddies. And here we go, the 2nd wave coming out here. A fresh Reaver in the shuttle, as well as 2 Zealots. He's dropping the Reaver. Can he get... there's a lot of clumped dudes here. It looks like he actually targeted the front unit, and boom! Oh my god, these tanks are so low. These are 2 HP tanks. Bonyth doesn't quite finish them off. Keep in mind, this base is not mining. So Bonyth doesn't have an eco advantage right now. He also lost a lot of probes earlier. He might even be at an eco disadvantage. I'm not really sure, but here we go. He's coming in yet again. Where's the Reaver? There is the Reaver. There's no target on the Reaver. It does get another big Scarab. Another Scarab. Oh no! He picks it up before the Scarab goes off, but I think it might be enough. Boom go the siege tanks. A big repair on the front tank, but Bonyth is going to break this. Look at that. It looked so close there, but Bonyth breaks the 6-fact attack, and now Marwin in a slightly awkward position, down 25 supply, now kind of moving out to take his 3rd base, but also note that his 3rd base is expanding towards the Protoss base. Oh man, what play is here from both players actually. Great control from Bonyth. I'm pretty sure a lot of Protosses in that situation would have just died straight up. But Bonyth really making good use of those Reavers. And he's now up to the 10 gateways. Just needs to replenish a few probes. Seems to have a couple idle probes just chilling. He's got 3 idle probes just in the gateways for some reason. I'm not sure what's going on there. I guess he didn't shift click them back to the to do any mining. Interestingly, Marwin actually using the leftover Marines to scout, and he is actually going to catch, or not really catch, but he's going to find the shuttle as it goes out to try and do some counter harass. I'm not sure where it's going. I guess it's going around the top side of the main base, but you can see turrets in pretty good position. There might be a slight opening on the left side. If he goes in here, he could even just attack the depots. You know, with Reavers, you can target the inside depots and kill all 4 at once, which is sometimes a really nice move. But it looks like Marwin gonna find a small opening again with his Vultures. Gonna try and do a little bit more harass. Oh no! Oh no! Rip probes. That Zealot. Oh boy. That Zealot though. Alright. Well, he's fired. I guess he's dead. But I don't think we want that Zealot to be a Dragoon either. That seems like the kind of guy we wouldn't want to employ in the Protoss army. But as I said, nice move here. Picking off the 4 depots. That's basically 400 minerals for free that he got. And guess what we're seeing, guys? Bet you guys don't know what unit Bonyth's going to be making here. I'll give you a hint. It rhymes with Harriers, and may or may not start with a C. It's interesting that he built the 2 Stargates straight up. And there's a fleet beacon. I heard a scan. Ooh, he misses the Stargates though. Look at this. Oh no, he saw it. He saw it. I only have Marwin's vision toggled right now, so Marwin sees the carriers. He actually scans 3 times in order to catch those. So there's another mine behind the probes, by the way. It'd be quite funny if if this shuttle died. Oh, he has Goliath range. I'm not gonna get it though. Alright. So what do we got going on here? Now it's 3 base to 3 base, which means Marwin's okay, or pretty good economically, right? If this game goes long and Bonyth doesn't get another base, that will be good for the Terran. That was a pretty good scan there, right on the army too. Oh! Hello. Oh. Green putting down some nice damage on the shuttle. Oh, okay. But the Reaver putting down even better damage. Is this Sayle gonna walk in here? Please walk in here. Please walk in there, but make sure I'm watching when you walk in there though. You know? It's like in Mad Max, where they're all like witness me when they die. It's only cool if somebody watches you die, right? It's no fun if you're just like by yourself off camera. I hear more scans going down. Oops. Wait, no, that is what I wanted to click. I'm not sure what I guess he scanned the army here, but he still ran the vulture. Oh, he's trying to bait him! Oh my god, the jabate! Can we get a jabated? Jabate, please? One time? That was a good effort, though. Good try by Marwin. Good try. I see what you're trying to do there, man. That was definitely a good effort. Alright, apparently a bird just flew into Blair Music's window. I mean, are you like a Disney princess or something? Maybe you're discovering your true self, your true calling as a Disney princess. See, I have a sadder story than that, which is that one day I woke up and I noticed that there was a dead bird underneath my desk because my cat somehow lured a bird in through our window and just killed it. And it made me and my girlfriend very sad. But anyway, we got the attack coming in, boys! He's got a Goliath, but it's not shooting. The Goliath actually went AFK for a second, but I think it's gonna get it. Boom! Reaver dead inside the shuttle. Oh man, this is gonna be a tricky position too. There's not really, because you can see there's like a little watery thing on the top. So the only way Bonyth could flank this is if he pulls back here and waits for the Terran army to like move into the middle area. But that's also kind of risky. For some reason, a probe is fighting a Marine on the right side. Oh man, oh, but the first carriers are out, as are the DTs. Are there any scans left for these DTs? They're still firing away. There are these scans. Probably should have run them actually into the tank line to maybe get some tank bombs off with those DTs' lives. But here comes Marwin. Now he's only got 1 Goliath remaining, so these carriers, even though they don't have max interceptors yet, are gonna have free reign over the battlefield. The question is how much damage can Marwin do before the carriers actually kill off all his stuff? Oh man, the vultures are all dying. This is actually gonna be a problem because now the Zealots can run into the Sea Shanks. This High Templar is here as well with Psystorm available. There is a pretty good Psystorm. SCB is coming off for some reason. I don't know what the heck these guys are doing here, I guess. Well, if you lose all your vultures, use SCBs to block instead, I guess. He's gonna do some mass repairing on the tank. Wow, he actually saves the tank with that. That's pretty funny. Interesting. Interesting strats going on here by Mr. Marwin, but he's now just gonna lose all his tanks. Are there +1 on these? Yeah, +1 is done for these carriers. Meanwhile, I'm just trying to see if there's any like vulture harass going on. I thought for a second there was more vulture harass going on at 3 o'clock. Nice snipe on the High Templar. Meanwhile, the Goliath's coming out. He has to be careful not to let the carriers get a little too far into the field. I'm surprised. Look at how low in supply mode is dropping though. It's like a 40 supply difference. And here come the DTs and Zealots again. There's the scan, but I don't think it matters. He's just gonna brute force down the Terran army. Oh man, Marwin. Every time in these attacks, it looks like he's just gonna, you know, win the game with them, and then somehow Bonyth holds on, and now he's just in full retreat mode, just getting taken down. Look at the carriers just like flying on top of him. Well, both players mined out in their main now. Got +2. Is that +2 just started? That's +2 just started for these carrier guys. The natural's actually getting really close to mined out as well. I'm actually surprised Marwin's natural has more minerals than Bonyth's natural, considering Marwin went 14cc, so his command center was super fast. I guess that just shows that Marwin was definitely cutting SEVs with that 6-fact. Was hoping to try and end the game with that attack. To be fair, he was very close to doing. And it looks like he's now expanding to the left side mineral only. He's got some mines just kind of blocking the Protoss's mineral only here in the middle, as you can see. And he's going to come snipe it with some vultures. Nice move there by Marwin, but look at the supply difference now. I don't think Marwin can come back from the supply difference, right? It's like an 80 supply difference. Or 70 supply difference. That's insane. I mean, technically, since they're on even bases, the Terran is ahead economically, I guess. And it looks like this actually is a proper vulture block now. So that's good. Alrighty. So, I mean, I guess we're just gonna wait for the GG now. It seems kind of weird to call it at this point, given that, you know, we're just kind of stabilizing a little bit, but with that supply lead and carriers on the map, I don't know, man. Seems pretty hard for Terran. PvP is already hard. But when Protoss is in this kind of position, I mean, look at the units, man. They got all the BS units. They got the DTs. They got the carriers. It's just not fair. So now it looks like, for the first time, Bonyth is going to be on the major offensive, although pulling back a little bit. He's got to be careful. As I mentioned earlier, there's no high ground really around here. I mean, technically there's some like walls and a little high ground thingy here. But for the most part, it's flat area, so you've got to kind of make sure to be aware of like the pathing of where units are being blocked, like by the water. I like this move. Oh, he's actually going to snipe the armor here. That's really nice. The army positioning was slightly strange by Marwin. Normally you put the like 2 armories at your natural or something, you put them in a slightly more protected location, because the armory there, you see, like you put it here normally first, because not only is that vulnerable to carriers obviously, but even a recall is usually targeting your main base. But it looks like some vultures have actually run past here into the natural. 7 kills on each of those, on all 3 of the vultures. They all have 7 kills here. So nice counter attack by Marwin, actually killing so many probes. 10 kills, 11 kills on that vulture. It looks like 2 vultures also running into the natural expansion. 7 kills on that guy as well. So Marwin actually doing a sick counter attack, and actually evened out the supply a little bit there, taking out mostly probe supply, which is kind of funny. I mean, the thing is, Bonyth is going to be... Wait a minute. Does he just have no probes? Oh my god, Bonyth actually just has no probes. He finally got the Nexus here at the mineral only, but look at this. He's only got 7 probes mining. 8 probes mining at this base. Those vultures killed like 30 probes. Or 30, probably almost 40 probes actually. No, 35 probes, because there was like a 7-kill vulture at the natural as well. Damn, that's crazy. Alright, looks like carry's moving in yet again. Oh, hello. That poor obs. Getting that overkill. Alright, so now actually this is a much closer game, interestingly. I actually now think Marwin is definitely in it. I would say it's much closer to even right now, and Marwin consistently doing this great harass. Even if he doesn't get probes here, he can kill the High Templar. Although he is just going to piece out the top side. I don't see any more probes here, maybe he just killed them. Or maybe Blunt just transferred them over here. This base obviously super exposed in the middle. You know, it's like the Tau Cross 3rd base, it's really annoying. And looks like, ooh, smacked him. I wonder if you can... No, I don't think you can really block properly. Oh, looks like some vultures though, getting thrown away in the middle. That's one thing you have to be careful of, I guess, with this vulture harass. On the one hand, you can make incredible comeback plays like the one we just saw where he kills all the probes, but on the other hand, you know, you need those vultures to kind of buffer against the Protoss ground army as well. If you throw away too many of them for free, that can also be very bad. It's like we're staying at 5 carriers, interestingly. Bonyth has 3 Stargates, but he hasn't really been able to afford making any more carriers. He's even gone into Archon mode here. Basically, the Archons are terrible in PvT. This indicates that you know, his economy was super weak. He had no minerals to actually spend. He had an excess of gas in the bank, so it kind of made some desperation Archons, or maybe in this case not necessarily desperation Archons, but just kind of showing that he didn't really, or he was really suffering from that economic damage. Just trying to get as much free damage as he can, picking off a couple of free siege tanks. Nice move here by Bonyth. Meanwhile, some more vultures running out, but you can see the ground army ready to intercept. One vulture does get up. Interestingly, this mineral-only base is completely undefended here by Marwin in the middle of the map. Look at the mini-map. It's totally open, and Bonyth actually just doesn't know about it. Bonyth not actually scouting that base. He could easily go and kill this, and if he kills this, that would put Marwin in a really awkward position. Meanwhile, another vulture coming over here to harass the mineral-only. Oh, he's actually found the position. No response. One Zella coming over here. He's gonna try and kill another couple of probes. Bonyth's still holding the supply lead though. And surely, well, I don't know, both players are gonna get low on their third bases as well. Looks like Bonyth coming in here with the ground army as well, but that's still a good number of siege tanks in the back. So he's gonna pull away yet again. It's kind of like oh, nice storm though on the Goliaths. Nice. Slight mistake there from Marwin. Gonna throw away 4 of his Goliaths, basically for free there. Wait, what's going on here? 2-2 finished against only 1-0. Nice upgrades on the Terran army. The carriers should be at +2 attack as well, though. They are indeed at +2 attack. But Marwin needs to be careful not to throw away too many of his Goliaths. And yet again, a Vulture somehow sneaking through everything here. Gonna get even more probe kills. You can see how much damage Bonyth's economy is taking. Look at this Vulture just getting even more kills. Oh man, he's gonna micro it. Yes, he is. 4 probe kills. Can he get another? Indeed he can. 6 kills. Oh, he shot the Zealot. Oh, he misclicked and shot the Zealot instead of actually shooting the probe. We got double obs. They're like pod racing here in the middle of the map. Oh, you lose. I guess he's checking the top left bases. I don't know why he's not checking this base. This base has just been mining away, completely undefended. This is effectively a hidden base just in the middle of the map. Oh, High Templar! Oh, Storm! Oh, man. I don't think he actually got the second Storm. I think that one came from the back Templar. Wait a minute. The supply is actually dead even right now. Hold on. Hold the phone here. Is Marwin actually going to make a comeback off the back? Wait. What the heck? Oh, he just did that to release the interceptors. Okay, never mind. Okay, so the point of that move is basically his carrier stopped moving for a second, which meant all the interceptors returned inside the carrier. But that means that they will shoot slower, and they don't have the higher leash range. So it's actually a pretty common move to attack your own building to actually release the interceptors. Huge storm on the back siege tanks, though. Big storm on the front siege tanks as well. It looks like most of the Protoss ground army gets taken down, though. I don't see any Templars left here. There's one Archon, but this is an insanely close game here. Bonyth, he has a DT like at the top right. I don't know why he's not setting a probe there. I guess he just can't afford to make another Nexus because he keeps losing probes right now. And we're gonna have more engagements here. Bonyth has to be careful also because remember, interceptors are not free. They do cost minerals to make these guys. I think it's like 25 minerals a piece, isn't it? They're actually pretty expensive. So Marwin might actually be taking out Bonyth here in game number 2. Very interesting result. I definitely called this in Protoss' favor earlier on when he had like a 50 supply lead. But Marwin showing the power of the Vulture and killing like a billion probes, and now Bonyth is in a bit of trouble. Got more Vultures coming in, gonna kill even more probes. He's only got the 1 cannon to defend. It's not even covering the bottom right of the expansion. The carriers are gonna come up, and finally, we have another expansion on the map here. Marwin going ahead and taking the top left. Nice scan here from Marwin, just constantly denying the Protoss vision. That's actually super annoying, right? Because it's really important for Protoss to keep track of where the Terran army is, to know when he's unsieged, where he's sieging up, when he's sieging up. You want to attack when he's unsieged, but if the Terran keeps scanning your obs like that, you obviously can't take advantage of that. I'm a little bit surprised he actually isn't doing more harassment with the carriers. He does have 7 carriers, although 2 of them are quite damaged. And again, he's kind of in the middle of the map here. You can see not that much terrain around here for him to take advantage of, but he is actually picking off more free units though, without losing any of the carriers. Look at that, more siege tanks are falling. 2 more tanks down, 3 more tanks down. But the carrier's also taking some damage. Well, the interceptors actually, I should say, primarily taking the damage. Where's the ground force? Here comes the ground force. There is the siege up. There's only 2 siege tanks left, actually. If he picks off those siege tanks, it'll only be Goliaths left to fight against the Dragoons. And Goliath's not that great against the Dragoons, but Bonyth actually, his ops is in the wrong place. He doesn't see this command center at the top left. I don't know if this is just because he doesn't know the map or something, but his observer is actually not checking correctly. He's now going to the top left natural. He's also got an obs. I guess going to check the mineral only. I'm not sure why. Okay, it looks like Marwin actually did a double transfer. So he transferred all the SCVs from the mineral only to the top left, and then he transferred the rest of the SCVs, I guess, from his third or his natural, whichever one was mined out. Oh, he's gonna go for a storm? Big storm? It's an okay storm. Not bad. Bonyth really similar to the early game, actually. Gonna have to rely on his micro to survive here. You know, he needed his Reaver micro to survive against the 6-pack, and now he needs the carry micro to come back from the crazy vulture harass that really put him in a deficit. But look at this, he's actually pushing back the army. Marwin's army is kind of split right now. He's got a bigger group of units coming from the natural, as you can see. That's why the supplies are still so close. Marwin just kind of had the remains of that main force out here, and looks like Bonyth's gonna snipe down the 2 siege tanks. Where are the storms, though? We need some storms here for Bonyth to completely whiff storm, basically, though. In the middle, in the gap between all the Goliaths. Oh man, I'm surprised he made such a whiffed storm there. He does also see the open mineral only. Is he finally going to attack this? I think he saw the SCV transfer as well to the top left. At least the obs definitely saw it. Maybe he's slightly scared that if he moves to the top left, that the Terran army can actually counterattack into his natural or something. I'm not sure why it's taken him so long to actually move over here. But here we go, finally going to take down this mineral only, going to focus down the command center. And this is going to even up the game a little bit. But remember, Bonyth is only mining on this base. He's mining on a 6-patch mineral only, and that's it. Every other base is mined out, and this is what I was talking about. Here's the counterattack by Terran. The Observer's going to see it, so Bonyth's going to pull back. He's going to send 1 Zealot to take down these SCVs. There is a damaged Vulture there. If Marwin doesn't micro that, the Zealot should actually be able to 1v1 that Vulture. But here we go. This could be the deciding engagement. High Templar coming in from the side. It's got 2 storms, actually. The siege tank falls. There is a DT in the middle of everything. Looks like it has been scanned. And this could be it here. Marwin actually losing out everything. He needs another siege tank. He's got 1 more siege tank in the back. Marwin now behind 20 supply. Wow, this is a really actually close and scrappy game. And it looks like the Vulture actually took out the Zealot there, which is a bit of a surprise. Maybe the Zealot was already damaged. But that means that this base is still alive. Looks like the Archon is actually going to go attack it. 1 Archon versus 2 Vultures. Interestingly, the Archon will not trigger the Spider Mine, so actually this is a pretty good idea, in my opinion, to send the Archon to do the attacking. Meanwhile, more tanks getting picked off for free. Marwin is just unable to compete with the efficiency of the carriers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 factories. He's actually lifted off his main command center to go retake the mineral only here. Holy moly, and here we go. The Archon is running amok in the SCVs. Marwin realizes he can't actually fight this. He's just gonna run away, but meanwhile the carriers are in the front here. And I think Marwin, despite an insanely valiant effort against Bonyth, is gonna get taken down here. GG from Marwin. What an absolutely outstanding game that was. Holy moly. I called that both ways multiple times. Whew. But we did it. Or I guess Bonyth did it. Damn.